Hey guys, welcome to Last Movie Standing. Today we're going to talk Congo again. But now that we have the movie on 4K, how does it look? Let's discuss that. Now I've already made a video about Congo, so I'm not really going to go into what the movie's about here, because I kind of talk about it here when this movie was announced and how excited I was. Because I don't usually do Vinegar Syndrome, like pre-order, day one, blah, blah, blah. I did last month, though. I did in November. So I got Congo. I'm not going to do a full... Yeah, let's do an unboxing. I got some thoughts on this art before we get into the movie. So this is funny. I put this as one of the worst artworks I've seen this year, and I'm not taking that away. Especially when I open it, I'm going to show you what I feel like could have been done. But yeah, I still don't like this. It's just this. This is the only thing I don't like. Everything else, beautiful spine. Oh my god, beautiful spine. This back, it's nice. This, once you see the cum shot in the eye, you can't really not see it, you know? But let's see the opening. So we open it up. I love this image. I love this image. My only problem is Amy's weight. You can barely see her. Like like under like this bright light you can, but and this artwork, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'm nitpicking this shit out of this, to be honest, guys, but they put Bruce Campbell on here. It took me a while to realize that was Bruce Campbell. This dude's in the movie for 5 seconds. This scream he does is literally like maybe a few frames. Like, it's not even that much. But I like the white. I really like the white with the orange Congo. I really like that. I just don't like some of it. Here's the artwork I like. So they came with a book. Oh, here's the other inside to this. So they got a book. And honestly, this artwork I think is so much better. I just love the artwork. I love the design of the Congo going straight down. I even love on the spine how they have Congo, 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 Congo. How they just multiplied it. You know, I think it's cool. I don't think they did the book right, though, either. So last night, I'm flipping through. I actually looked through these books. So it's mostly articles and pictures, but I'm going to show you where I'm like, they didn't put that much thought into it. There was one more that really threw me off. I was like, why would you do that? This monkey's whole face is right in the middle of this spine. And it's like, you can't even... I think that's bad design choices for a book. Just me. Like I said, I'm nitpicking. But when you look at it, you're like, ew. So with that being said, how's the movie look? Well, I did compare it to the DVD. Because I don't have the original Blu-ray. I'm going to be fully transparent with you on this whole thing. Because this review is not to say which version looks better. This is, I want to show you what it looks like when I see it. And I just want to show you the differences. Because for me, it's a major upgrade from the DVD. Now, I don't have the studio Blu-ray from, like, what, 2017 or something. So if you already have that Blu-ray, I can't tell you if this is worth upgrading. You are going to have to make that decision for yourself. But I did compare the brand new 4K, the brand new Blu-ray, which I think has the 4K restoration on it, and the DVD. And I even pulled screen grabs that I could off Bluray.com of the Blu-ray reviews, because the Blu-ray reviews I think have like a 4 out of 5, so I was like, it's got glowing reviews. So I think personally this transfer is really, really good. Like, really good. It's not one of those like, I'm seeing Congo for the first time, because like I said, I just revisited this last month when it got announced, because it's one of these movies I honestly forgot was on the shelf too. I knew I had it, or I knew I'd seen it, but I was like, do I have it? I did have it on DVD. So I rewatched it and I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy the 4K. And I think it has this natural feel to it that I really like. And the best way I can describe this transfer is if like you find a photo in an attic somewhere. It's been sitting there for 30 years. Has it been 30 years? Yeah, it's been about 30 years since this movie's come out. I think 95. So imagine taking that and just dusting it off and getting some spandex and cleaning. I mean, some spandex. Getting some Windex and cleaning it. You can tell I'm still my headspace is still in the From Beyond review with Barbara Crampton and the latex, so I'm sorry. To my mind's at still. But to be fair, I want to be fully transparent with you guys. This just proves all our systems are different. Because I even pulled side by sides of the trailer that Vinegar Syndrome put out for this to compare it to what my 4K looks like on my TV. And even that's different. Like, I pulled this image, and there's just, I don't know, maybe it's something with the TV, you know, how you have it calibrated with your colors. Because I have to calibrate my TV a certain way to make 4K, especially with Dolby Vision, because this does have Dolby Vision, not look so dark and flat. And, you know, you have different settings on your TV to do that. So I've adjusted mine to where every 4K I watch now, I love. Because I redid my TV settings. It looks a little different than the Vinegar Syndrome one that they're promoting. Just by a little. It's just more of a contrasting color thing. Because look at their sky blues and look at my sky blues. It might look different on your TV. Just full disclaimer. So with that being said, let's get into some of these side-by-sides. And the main thing you are going to see noticeably are the blues. The blues are going to be and they're going to shift. Like, we're going to it's going to be kind of fun. And I'm going to be, like I said, really just showing differences that don't really matter. But to start off, they do start with a disclaimer. And in this disclaimer, there is a very short selection of the Congo negative, which at some point early in the film's distribution history were severely damaged, resulting in thin white scratches visibly throughout the frame. That is noticeable. It does say it is probably more noticeable on your 4K HDR presentation of the film. I only noticed it in like one scene, and it's pretty faint. I'll point it out when I see it. It said it was on all the other previous iterations. I don't have the Blu-ray, so I don't know. I don't see it on the DVD, but the DVD's compression probably didn't show up as much. But you do see it very faintly in like just really one scene. I think I just saw it in another scene recently rewatching, but I know it's there. And I love that Vinegar Syndrome will tell you, hey, just FYI, we did the best we could, but here's some of the flaws. I love that about Vinegar Syndrome. So with that being said, let's get into this. Already you can tell with the Paramount, the Blu-ray saturation is going to be a little bit more prevalent. Now, like I said, this is the brand new Vinegar Syndrome 4K. This is not the 2017 or whatever it was Blu-ray. Did I say 4K? It's the new Blu-ray right here. So this Congo, this is what surprised me. Boom. Look at the difference between these. Like, look at the color on the DVD. How it's basically all just yellow. All one color. And then you get to the Blu-ray and the 4K, and it's like, oh my god, there's a gradient. There's an orange gradient at the top. Never noticed that before. Ever, because I've been watching the DVD forever, you know, and before that probably VHS. So that's a pretty big, like, dust the dirt off, you know, get it clean, get the colors right. I think the 4K has a very beautiful natural look to it that I just really love, and I think pops with this film. I love the Blu-ray. I think the Blu-ray is a little more, hits the saturation levels just a little higher. So that's what I'm saying. It is a preference thing because I like both of these. I'm not saying one is right, one is wrong, any of that. Like even here, look at the DVD. So the DVD will be throughout this whole thing. It's gonna have this like kind of like a dust filter over it, where the 4K and the Blu-ray, you can really see the difference, and you can see the difference in the grass and the dust coming up and the separation between the green grass and the background. Very clean, very nice restoration. All right, so look at this opening scene, just right here. You can kind of tell the DVD definitely has a faded, older look to it, which honestly I don't hate. I don't hate it. It's just when you see the new one, it's like, ooh, whoa, look how well the colors are. The colors really pop it. You can't mess up a film like this with the colors. Here's our first like blue sky comparison, because we're gonna do this a lot in this review. Talk about the blue skies. 4K, very natural. Now there are more grain elements obvious in the 4K. The 4K has very nice grain. It's not overdone. Doesn't look like there's any DNR in this movie. I don't think Vinegar Syndrome really DNRs anything, but it just looked really good. There is, now that I'm noticing it, it's on the DVD. Is that a scratch? It looks like there's a scratch on the film because you don't see it here or here. It might be a little faint actually over here on the corners. Yeah, I think it is a little bit more faint. Because I wonder if these are different aspect ratios. They probably are different aspect ratios, to be honest. Okay, this is the Bruce Campbell scene. Just look how lush that forest looks. It looks so good. But it's this wide building shot that I was like, whoa. Whoa, that is a difference in color. For sure, that is a difference in color. Now, like I said, it is a very colorful film, especially this scene when we get introduced to Amy and she's in art class and you see all these different colors everywhere. It's just a beautifully colorful movie that the 4K really just enhances a lot compared to the previous version. Look outside the window. Like I said, on the DVD, it just looks like a dust bowl. Just went through this transfer. I feel this is a major highlight of the film too. This shot, because look, this is the shot I used to compare Vinegar Syndrome's versus mine in a way, the colors. And now like look at it here. The blue sky on the 4K, I feel it's natural. It's how a sky looks. The Blu-ray does have leans a little bit more in the I don't want to use the word teal, but it's a different shade of blue, which is totally fine. I think it looks great, honestly, but it does lean a little bit more into that different shade of blue. And there really is a quality bump between the DVD. When I was watching the Blu-rays doing this, when I was watching the DVD doing this, I was kind of blown away. I kept like, are my eyes right? It was kind of like taking your glasses off for a second with the DVD because it's that much of a difference. See, even here, like I feel the 4K, if you look at the ceiling right here, you see how it looks like there's a sun in the frame, how that yellow stands out just a little bit more. The Blu-ray looks really good. There are different like levels that I feel like the HDR and the Dolby Vision kind of pull out. And the DVD just looks a little dark in this scene. Okay, so this is the first scene. I love Delroy Lindo in this scene. He's so good. I wish he was in the movie more. I wish he like came back at the end or something. So I pulled up a shot from Bluray.com. I came and I pulled a shot, which is this one right down here, of what their screenshot of the 2017 or whatever the old studio Blu-ray looked like, just to show a difference. Even that, it looks a lot less contrasty than my version. So take that a little bit as what you will. I just wanted to show you here and there what Bluray.com screenshots and like mine look like versus what yours may look like. Like I said, it will probably look a little different based on the settings, your system, your player, all that stuff. Okay, this is where we're going to get into the white lines. This is the only scene I ever noticed it in. And before we get there, we're going to talk about the blues. Because look at all three of these are totally different blues. But what's funny is, so you see how the DVD right here is like really dark. The Blu-ray is almost like washed out a little bit. And then the 4K has a very natural look, but it's a lighter blue. So we go from light blue, DVD dark blue. And then I'll just skip ahead. Same scene a few minutes later. The 4K is dark blue and the DVD is light blue. And then we skip ahead even more and it's the same dark blue and light blue. Here, I wonder if you can see them. So like right here, it's a little hard to see, but like right here, you can really see the white lines through here. It's real, like I said, it's really only on this whole jumping out of the plane montage. Just the only time I really ever noticed it throughout the whole film. And it wasn't that bad, but it is, if you're watching it on 4K, you will notice it. And it's honestly part of the charm. So like here, like if you look right here, you can see the white line. You can see like a few. There's one right here. There's one right here. So they're prevalent. You can see them. But honestly, I think it's part of the charm of watching an old film. Like to see, you have the grain. A little bit of damage is okay. It doesn't really distract you. It's just the fact that they're there and I'm pointing it out to you. So now you'll probably see them more. But I did notice it even before I saw the disclaimer. So I watched the 4K first and then was like, I thought my TV was broken, to be honest. So I was like, what are those white lines? And then I put the Blu-ray in to do that test. And then it was like, oh, they're the disclaimer before. So they know it's there and it's supposed to be there. But like I said, it's just for this one scene. You see it right here. When it gets a little darker, you really see it right here. I don't see it on the Blu-ray. I do see it on, I don't see it on the DVD. Very much probably because the compression is just all so much lower compression. DVD, the Blu-ray, I do see it a little bit. So the Blu-ray, you do see it a little bit right here and right here. It's it's noticeable. It's there. And then you get to the 4K, and it just makes it a little bit more sharper and more defined. Right here, right here. They're all in the same spot. So I feel like this reel, whatever this reel was, is the reel that got damaged. Or maybe just those shots. I don't know. I love the contrast of the... It's totally impractical. Like you jump out of a plane and you got a bright ass red parachute in the jungle, like you're gonna stand out. But it just looked visually so good against the blue sky, the green, it's contrasting colors, it's using art design. Now here, I wonder if this is a polarizer that they use. A polarizer is something you put on your lens to block out glare and everything. That's one of the reasons this is so dark. Right here, it's not any damage because it's in all the editions. You see it in the DVD, you see it in the Blu-ray. It really stands out in the 4K. And what that is, it's a polarizer filter that you put on the lens, and you basically just turn it to adjust, to clean glares out, especially because the sun is like, they're shooting broad daylight. The polarizers are pretty popular in filmmaking, but this is where you really see what it does. Is when a small corner or something is a little bit darker. That explosion looks so good on 4K. Like I said, I say this in every review, and I will continue saying it. Fire on 4K looks amazing. The colors, everything, just really brings it to life. Let's get to this scene real fast. This is where you really see how just natural the 4K looks in colors. I love the Blu-ray. I love the saturation. I've said this a ton of times. I lean more toward the more saturated look in movies I watch. I really like how natural the 4K looks in skin tones and colors and everything. I think it just looks so good. Okay, let's check this shot out. So Laura Linney is in a tent waking up, and you see how the red is on her. You don't even see the red on the DVD, but it's like really prominent in the 4K and the Blu-ray. It might be like this on the new Blu-ray. I mean, on the older Blu-ray too, but I don't have a way to judge that. This is another one. He's waking up in the tent. Really red. The red just pops. It's so beautiful. It is a little overdone on the Blu-ray, but like I said, it barely shows up on the DVD. God, the skin tones look so good. I love how they did color in this movie with just the reds and the reds versus the greens and what they're wearing with the blues and the whites. It's just art design very well for this movie. This is a shot I wanted to point out. This close-up. So anytime close-ups shine on any format because they're like the least compressed, where you see the most detail are the close-ups. Same with the animation. Have you ever noticed when you watch a wide shot of an animation, it just looks a little worse, but when you get close-up, you're like, ooh, yeah, that's where it's at. Here, like I said, you can really see the saturation difference. I don't know his name. I just know the guy from Nip Tuck. Dylan something. Is it Dylan Walsh? This scene. So this is where we really get into like the different colors. Like this is the neon look that I love in this movie. Is the blacklight scene with the lasers. It's almost giving like Batman and Robin, Joel Schumacher a little bit, which I love. I'm sorry. Now you can tell. Now this is the dark scene. I'll wait till we get to the lasers. Like if you look at here, she's skin tones just look really good, even on both. Like I can tell on the Blu-ray the saturation level. Like I said, that could be more my settings for my preference, but there is a difference with the 4K that bring it down to more realistic natural tones, and DVD is just dark as shit. I'm just gonna play this for like a second because this is where all the colors are just going crazy and everything. I almost wish the whole film took place like this, just with the lasers and the flares and the gunshots. Let's get to the finale. Let's get to the lava. Volcanoes going off. I think all of these look pretty well. When it comes to super vibrant colors like this, you can't go wrong. But this really is like a wow scene in 4K. But it's like this on every format too. This whole ending scene just top notch. I remember when I was watching the DVD before I bought the movie, I was like, this is the scene I want to see in 4K. And looking at them all together, like I can definitely see a difference, but it immerses you at the same time when you're watching it. It just looks so good. So when it comes to the transfer of Congo on 4K, Vinegar Syndrome knocked it out the park. When it comes to the artwork, the only good thing is I can say is that they gave it a VSU in this really cool package. One thing I didn't say though, I don't think I talked about it, was there is reversible artwork on the inside, so you can get the original poster too. I didn't say that earlier. But the only thing that really matters is the transfer. I'm going to turn this around because I can't. It's ugh. The transfer on the 4K and the Blu-ray both look really, really good. And I am extremely happy with it. Because like I said, I'm coming from just the DVD. So it's a major upgrade for me. Now, when it comes to comparisons, because I'm doing a lot of these lately, I really want to be as fully transparent with you guys as possible. My settings will probably look way different than yours. My setup is probably way cheaper than some of yours. So take that for what it is. But I just wanted to show the difference of like how it looked. I don't know if this sold out or not. Vinegar Syndrome, after they do a big sale, they basically shut their website down for a whole month for partner labels for the stuff that you don't want to buy. And I can't really check to see if any more of these are on sale. But I'm pretty sure it is. So if you're into Congo, because I know a lot of people actually, surprisingly, when I did my last video, were telling me how much they were excited for Congo. So if you haven't got yours in, or if you've been on the fence about ordering it, I hope this video encouraged you to order it. There only is this one edition. Like Vinegar Syndrome isn't like Arrow or Criterion where you get one or the other. You don't get both in here. In those, you get both in here. Like Vinegar Syndrome always gives you a 4K and a Blu-ray. They don't give you can buy them separate. They give you the deluxe edition or the standard edition, but it comes with both, which I love. I wish more studios would just give me one and put both in there, because some of us don't like Dolby Vision. Some of us don't care for HDR. Some of us don't have the right setup for that, and we just want the 4K transfer on a normal disc or something. We're all different in how we like viewing things. And I think it's important to cater to that without being super greedy. But that's just my mentality. I don't know. I don't run boutiques. What do you guys think? Are y'all getting Congo? Did these side-by-sides help? Let me know in the comments. Thanks, guys.